Saudi Arabia's Line project, also known as Neom Future City, is such a large and expensive project that the world will see for the first time in the coming years. Not only is it large, but Neom is also the most expensive construction project in the world, being prepared at a cost of $500 billion. In this project, two 500-meter-high skyscrapers are being built parallel to each other, which will amazingly spread up to 170 kilometers in the Saudi desert. It's like making 4,500 copies of New York's One World Trade Center and lining them up in one line. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman dreams of making Neom an advanced linear city of the future, a city where 9 million people can live inside a glass dome. And is it even possible or not? What are the benefits and disadvantages compared to its organic cities? Is Saudi Arabia making a mistake by staking everything to save its declining economy? And if for some reason this Neom project fails, then what will be left behind for Saudi? Neom is the name of such a project of Saudi Arabia, which will be called the most unique city of its kind. It will start from the Gulf of Maqwa in the west of Saudi Arabia and will spread up to 170 kilometers in the east of Saudi Arabia in the form of a line. In 2021, when Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced it, it was being said at the time that perhaps this project would never start. But if you look at the satellite image now, work has actually started on it. The location that was told is exactly where a very large under-construction line is really visible, where the length of the line will be spread up to 70 kilometers. Its width is only 200 meters, which means its width is just as much as a block of a normal society. The height of the line has been planned up to 500 meters. Two 500-meter-high skyscrapers will be stretched up to 170 kilometers. It is as high as doubling Mumbai's Imperial 2 or Karachi's Bahria Icon. So now you can estimate the height and length of the line yourself, how big a megastructure it will be. Just like the 830-meter-high Burj Khalifa's direction is towards the sky, Neom will not be the tallest, but will definitely be the longest skyscraper in the world. If such a project is built in New Delhi, its length will spread up to Agra, or if it starts from Karachi, this project will end by building Hyderabad. According to the plan of the Saudi Crown Prince, 9 million people will be able to live in this entire line city. If the area of this entire line city is taken out, we will multiply its length and width. The length of 170 kilometers and 200 meters here was 0.2 kilometers wide, so it is only 34 square kilometers. Only in this 34 square kilometers, 9 million people will live. That is 264,750 people in 1 square kilometer. The area of Mumbai, which has a population of 12 million in India, is 603 square kilometers, which means that here 19,900 people live in 1 square kilometer, which is only 7.5% of Neom's population density. If the example of Tokyo, the largest city in the world, is taken, then 6,380 people live here in 1 square kilometer, which is only 2.4% compared to Neom. Now it has been proved that Neom is a very optimized project in terms of area, where a lot more people will be able to live on less land compared to organic cities. That is, the work that was to be done in a city of 500 to 600 square kilometers is being completed only in 34 square kilometers. There is no doubt that the planning of the Saudi princes is indeed very positive. With the speed at which the world's population is growing, pre-planned cities like Neom will be able to compete in the future because more people will be able to live on fewer resources compared to organic cities. They can also be built quickly and much cheaper. Such cities are called linear cities because Neom is a planned linear city. For this reason, it has many benefits, such as resources are wasted in normal cities, but in a linear city, everything is planned, so the loss of resources is almost nil, which also reduces the operating cost. You can estimate this from the fact that Mexico City's population is also as much as Neom's proposed population, but if all the roads in Mexico City are added, which includes main roads, streets, and expressways, then more than a total of 300,000 kilometers have been built here. If this road network is built in one piece, it can circle the Earth more than 7.5 times. In comparison, in Neom, with the same population, there will only be a 170-kilometer road network. In this line city of Neom, the uppermost layer is kept for pedestrians where no cars will run. The second layer, 170 kilometers, in just 20 minutes. We spend these 20 minutes just waiting at traffic signals during travel in a metropolitan city. So the question arises that if there are so many benefits of linear cities, then why are other projects like Neom not being built elsewhere in the world? The truth is that this idea of the linear city is quite old, and it was also implemented, and it does not work as it is being thought. In the 19th century, a district of metric had a planned line city. It was named Sev Dead Line. Its ward was kilometers that the city spread around it has completely hidden it, and in reality, this is what happens. Look anywhere in the world, cities or settlements always grow organically. People settle in a place according to their requirements. Live city is, it remains dependent on the outside world. Goods come from outside to meet the requirements of daily life. All the goods enter from the entry and exit points of the line city. In this way, new organic cities start forming at their entry and exit points, which then slowly start disturbing the original line. In addition to edit, proposals for line cities were also given in many other countries, but they were never completed, or the project was cancelled before their construction. So the question arises that knowing all this, why did Saudi Arabia invest in this Neom project of $500 billion? Saudi Arabia has used so much of its oil income that now negatives have started to stand for it. Other Arab countries had sensed this danger long ago, and they had diverted their economics towards tourism. Experts believe that Saudi Arabia did not see the impending danger in time. According to estimates, by the mid-2050s, all of Earth's fossil fuel reserves will be depleted, and in this impending disaster, Saudi Aramco will be the most affected. This is why the world is rapidly moving towards electric cars or green energy. Saudi Arabia, whose 95% economy has so far been due to oil, now this dependency has become a noose around their neck. Experts believe that to get out of this dependency and to divert the Saudi economy towards tourism and technology, the Crown Prince has taken this step. The main source of income for Saudi is Saudi Arabia, which has a total value of $2 billion, and this money is the word of 2 oil companies, which gives them a profit of $120% every year, out of which about $70 million goes into the budget of 2 countries. The remaining is $50 billion, which means that if this profit remains the same for the next 10 years, then Saudi will be able to bear the cost of $500 billion of Neom. And if for some reason this project fails, then Saudi Arabia will not have time to find other income resources to divert its economy. What do you think about this? Please let me know in the comments section. I hope you will like and share this video a lot. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.